welcome back. I'd like to welcome you to a little mini series video thing that I'm making. It is titled The Creative's 5 Life Lessons. So we're going to go through, and these are 5 things that I feel like are very important when you are cultivating a creative life. These are things that you cannot fall asleep on and you must continue to improve upon in order to be free to create whatever is hiding deep within you, deep within that mind and deep within that heart. So, I'm going to start today with lesson number 1. Lesson number 1 is wake up. I'd like to take this moment to read a scripture for you. It is Ephesians 5:14, and it says, "For anything that becomes visible is light. Therefore it says, Awake, O sleeper, and arise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you." So I want you to be thinking about what it is that you want to wake up in your life. If you have let your creativity lie dormant, maybe that's the thing that you need to wake up. Maybe you need to wake up and figure out what it is that you were put on earth for, your purpose. You need to find your calling. Maybe you need to wake up something completely brand new, something you haven't even thought about before, that lately you just got an epiphany that you could create, or you could operate in that arena of your creativity. I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you just to do something. Don't meander through everything. Don't sleep on whatever is going on. Take a look at your life and think about the things that you want to see happen. Think about how you want to grow. Think about how you could be doing more. Cuz I'm pretty sure even me and my busy schedule, I know I could be doing much more, or I could be assessing how I'm spending my time or what I'm doing and doing something better. Not just doing more, but doing something way better than what I'm doing already. Um Take a good look at your surroundings. I actually just did this. Are you in an environment that is motivating? Does it inspire you? Does it make you want to go and do something and be productive? Or is it an environment that is a bit down, maybe not motivating at all? Maybe it causes you more stress than you need. Maybe it makes you just want to crawl into bed or under a rock to disappear forever. Get out of that environment. Create an environment for yourself in which you can wake up refreshed, renewed, and grow and do things. I recently cleaned our entire apartment because it was just a wreck. I had I had let it become this like war zone, right? And so that's why I had planned to do this mini series somewhere else. I had planned to do it on location at like a coffee shop or somewhere that looked really neat and tied up pretty with a bow. And I decided to take ownership of what I was creating. I was creating an environment that was not productive. And I decided to make an environment where I could do something, where I could be productive, and where I could finally do this thing. I've been planning to do this for like 3 weeks. So take a look at where you are, take a look at your surroundings, take a look at your environment, and make one that you can actually do something in and grow. And while you are looking at your surroundings and your environment, be aware. Be aware of the things that you are letting in and into your world and into your space. That could be things that are distracting. That can be people. That can be things that you don't need. Like we just got rid of HBO Go and we got rid of YouTube TV because they were distracting, if we had to be honest. So think about where you're putting yourself and then also think about who you're surrounding yourself with or what you're surrounding yourself with that might not be leading you into the direction where you can delve into your creativity more. Finally, try reawakening something up. Try doing something that maybe you did before that didn't work out. Maybe it didn't work out in that timeline. And maybe when you go to it now, it will actually work. So I used to watercolor a lot. And then I stopped watercoloring because it takes a lot of time and energy, and the setup is a lot. And it's a medium that is very time sensitive. Things dry very, very fast. So I decided instead of doing that, I was going to work on some Adobe stuff like Photoshop and Lightroom and learn After Effects and stuff like that. So I am actually thinking of going back into doing more watercolor stuff and more stuff on paper and more things that are tangible that I can actually touch and feel. I miss the feel of like a brush on paper. So think about the things that you can maybe reawaken or things that you could go back to revisit to try again. Especially if you either failed at it before or if it just didn't fit into the timeline when you were doing them. And lastly, in Wake Up, I would like to point out that you should dream again. You should allow yourself to daydream and you should allow yourself to think about possibilities, even if they seem impossible in this aspect or in this time. You never know. You never know who is going to cross your path or what something will develop into, and you have to allow yourself to stretch and to have a future vision for things. Um, this is so important, and I feel like people should do this more, especially creatives. I think you should allow yourself to dream big, um, because if you don't try to discover those things, or if you don't try to go in certain directions, you're never going to know whether or not you were able to do that thing or whether or not you could accomplish some kind of crazy big goal or some bucket list item or whatever that has to do with your creativity. So, allow yourself to envision things for yourself and dream big. All right, quick recap on life lesson number 1 for creatives. Wake up. First, don't meander. Don't just sit there and dilly dally. Kodiak Mitchell. All right, quick recap on the Creatives 5 life lessons. Lesson number 1, wake up. A, don't meander around. Don't lollygag through life and let it happen to you. B, make sure you take a good look at your surroundings. Make sure that you're putting yourself in an environment where you can be productive and where you can start to be creative again. C, be aware and stay alert of what you're letting into your life, whether it's a person or a thing. Make sure that these are things that will positively reinforce you in your road to becoming creative. D, make sure that you dream big. We want to be imaginative and wildly imaginative. So, I want you to start thinking about the future vision for what you're going to do, how you're going to be creative, whatever that means. Maybe you need to awaken a dream that you've had before. Whether it's a new dream or an old dream that you're just reviving, I want you to make it huge. You never know what or who you will run into that will help that thing happen. So, thank you for joining me today, and we'll come back tomorrow when we go over the 5 creative life lessons and we'll go into lesson number 2. All right? Have a good day.